and it takes the community.
A Terre Haute man says everyone should be involved in the fight against opioid abuse. Good evening and thanks for joining us. The White House has some new plans to fight opioid addictions. The Trump administration wants taxpayers to know they're taking the problem seriously. News 10's Abby Kirk joins us now live in the newsroom to tell us more on how people in the Wabash Valley are reacting to this address.
Patrice, this is one of the biggest problems the nation is facing, and it's especially felt right here in the city of Terre Haute, And this road to recovery has one local doctor speaking out.
Okay, so this is good. Thank you.
Dr. Randy Stevens has been treating people with substance use problems for 45 years.
We've had no place to send people to. I tell her to head to Indianapolis.
And he says the problem isn't the drugs, it's not enough treatment plans. That is the issue.
We shouldn't give up on people.
He speaks from experience. A few years back, Stevens was one of the doctors for the Vigo County Jail.
We saw the worst of the worst back then.
Now, 20 years later, a prisoner he watched every day locked up for drugs is now back on his feet.
I still see a fella that I first met in the jail going through horrible withdrawal, and now, 20 years later, very successful person in this community.
He says he has witnessed firsthand people changing their lives.
If somebody has a new hip that's put in or a new knee, do we expect them to really be able to be up and walking on their own in the next day or two? No, you have several weeks of that person recovering from that type of thing. No different for people who have really lived the life with substance abuse.
President Trump says his opioid plan will focus on law enforcement and intervention.
All of a sudden, the demand will really decreased. Well, okay, any product goes away after that.
The Trump administration plans to put a chunk of money towards advertising and will also work on improving the ability to fund treatment through federal government, something Stevens believes is long overdue.
You need really some long-term treatment programs.
But the part of the plan that is turning most heads involves capital punishment. The Department of Justice could seek the death penalty for certain drug traffickers when appropriate.
Yeah, there should be penalties. Do I think the death penalty is the appropriate way to go? No.
Stevens says the answer starts in the community.
Not one aspect of it can make this work.
Now, Dr. Stevens says he's excited to see more treatment plans being put in the Wabash Valley. The Hamilton Center here in Terre Haute plans to start their opioid treatment program starting next month. Live in the newsroom, Abby Kirk, News 10, back to you.